I have an Ubuntu Linux server I'd like to back up in Veeam. I'm going to switch over to the Veeam server and run a backup. I'm in my Veeam server. I'm going to go to where it says Backup Job and choose Linux Computer. And once again, I'm presented with the option for server or workstation, and it's a server. And I'm going to use the Manage by Backup Server option and click Next. And I'll just call this Linux Backup, so I can make sure I understand which backup this is. And now I need to add the protected computer. So I'll click Add, and I'll choose Individual Computer. And I'll put in the IP address and the credentials. And if this is a non-root account, then you can choose to elevate the account privileges automatically if needed. I'll click OK. OK. OK again. And this user does have root privileges, so that's fine. Click Next. And I can choose the entire computer or volumes or file level, which is going to be a bit slower. I want to back up the entire computer. And here I'm given the option for various different things, such as the retention policy, how long I want to keep it, the default backup repository I'd like to use, archival, and copy information. I'm going to choose the defaults here and click Next. And I'm going to run this job instead of at night. I'm going to run it in the morning. And click Apply. And finish. And now we can see the Linux backup job has now been added into my list of backups. Now, if I don't want to wait, I can just go ahead and choose right-click and Start, and it'll start the job right away. And the status is now switched from stopped to starting, and now it's going to show me a percentage as it goes through the backup process. I've gone ahead and canceled that job because I want to also show another way that we can back this up. So if I go to Inventory and I go to where it says Protection Group, you can see there's already a Windows server in the protection group that I had added earlier. I'm going to go and create a new group. And I'll call this one Linux Group. Click Next. And I'll choose Individual Computers. Click Next. Click Add. And I'll put in the IP address. And I'll click on Managed Accounts. And there's my admin account. I'll select that. And click OK. OK again. Next. And now it's ready to back up at the 9 p.m. time, although I can change that. The advantage to using a protection group over individual computers is that I can put multiple different computers, whether they be Linux or Windows or something else, inside this group, so that way it'll back up a group of computers all the same way at the same time. I'm going to click Next and click Apply. And it was successful, so I'll go ahead and click Finish. After adding in the server, you should see that the backup agent has been installed, but if it hasn't, you can right-click and choose to rescan, and it will rescan and attempt to install that agent, and if it doesn't, it will tell you that it failed. At that point, you can go ahead and check out the log files to see why it failed and do some troubleshooting. Many times it's because port 22 isn't open on the Linux server, so you may need to go in the Linux server and enable the firewall and then open up port 22 so it can communicate. Other times it could just be an incorrect username and password, so you'll need to double check that as well. After the scan is done, as long as it is successful and your agent is installed, then you can go ahead and run a backup. I'm going to click on Home, and under Backups, I'm going to choose to create a new backup. I'll choose Linux Computer, and once again, choose the server, and I'll call this one Linux Group. Click Next, Add, Protection Group, Linux. And I'll choose the entire computer once again. I've adjusted the time and I'll apply. And once again, I can right click on it and choose to start it right away. Although there are many more steps to creating a Linux backup from Veeam compared to a Windows server, this does give you all the capabilities of restoration that may not be available on a Linux built-in backup tool.